honor and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahushua,
Shah,
Ba'ashem, and Kwakadash.
All right, double honors to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone who will well. Peace and mercy to the Tons of Doc Akim out there that's laboring this truth with all sincerity. All right, Shalom. All right, we're every day closer to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, returning. All right, another day closer into prophecy. All right, you know, and through the Spirit, we're going to let the scriptures speak, man. Because we're living in the time of prophecy, man. All right, with all the things that's going on in the news. All right, go ahead, bro.
Chapter 7 and verse 24. It says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled.
Right, and that's something when them UN troops, you know what I'm saying, them other nations going to be dwelling here in America, man, when martial law is going to be kicking in. All right? When they're going to be entering into your houses, man, bring you into those concentration camps, man. All right? We're going to take that, that MOTV, man, that Karagma. All right, that's when all hell is gonna be broken loose, man. All right, that's when it's not gonna be a time when you're gonna be seeing, you know, the foreign cars in the streets. The streets are gonna be real empty. The streets are gonna be quiet. All right, all you're gonna be seeing is full of tanks. All right, the military militia out here roaming the streets, and we're gonna see a lot of people with their guns out, man. The other nations with their guns out, man, and they don't speak English. So all hell is about to be broken loose, man, real soon. And that's going to happen here in America. All right? The virgin daughter of Bethlehem. All right? Go ahead.
Okay, add on, it's going to be similar. You know, we got a taste of that when the pandemic was happening, man. These streets were empty. You could get to Manhattan in like 3 minutes. You could look down fucking Fifth Avenue. It was basically like a ghost town, man. But you did see the government driving through with their shit, you know what I mean, handling whatever business they had to handle, but it wasn't no civilians just walking around there.
Right, and it's gonna be in the checkpoints. There's gonna be checkpoints, man. Just like, you know, the brother is saying, man. You're right. You're not gonna be able to travel from Brooklyn to Manhattan, man. That's why they have the tunnel. If you ever notice the tunnel, they actually can close the tunnel, man. So the cities are gonna be shut, as the scriptures say, man. You know. Go ahead.
Verse 25. It says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace."
That says destruction cometh. All right? What is that destruction, man? All right, a part of that destruction is Jacob's trouble, man. All right? Famine, pestilences, plagues, martial law. All right? You know, these are the destruction that's coming, man. Along with World War III. All right? And that time, they're going to seek peace. All right? They're going to try to figure ways out to avoid, you know, destruction. All right? But hey, man, you can't stop what was destined, man. You can't stop prophecy, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, and there shall be none.
Right? And there shall be none. There's not going to be no peace, man. You're going to be in a time of mourning, man. All right? There's going to be heavy cannibalism going on out here in these streets, man, in America. All right? You know? Great famine. All right? Lack of food, lack of resources. The dollar's going to crash. All right, and then in that time, you're gonna have the opportunity to bow down to Baal or to worship Yahweh Shah, man. And what I mean by that is either they're gonna give you a choice to take that chip or not, man. All right, that Karagma. All right, and all these things are gonna happen suddenly, man, as the scriptures say. And 1 Thessalonians 5.
Second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning, sorrow, and great mourning. Alright, Second Ezra 16 and 17 says, woe is me, woe is me. Who shall deliver me in those days?
Right, and this is the prophet Ezra speaking, man. All right? When he's seeing the vision, he's saying, woe was me, woe was me. Right? Because he had an understanding that he was going to be reincarnated in the end days, in the last days, man. All right? And he's seen all the sorrows, the mournings, all right? The great tribulations that's going to be happening throughout the four corners of the earth. He actually seen this in a vision, man. So he's saying, woe was me, woe was me. You know? He was scared. All right? And you look at the history of the prophets, man, the prophets was actually frightened with their visions, man. Daniel, he threw up, man, after he received certain visions, man. All right? Go ahead.
Since the beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
Right, the beginning of sorrows, man, and great mourning. All right, it's gonna be a time of great mourning, man. Where a lot of people are gonna be crying, man, and mourning. Why? Because their family members are gonna be put to death. All right, they're gonna be starving through famine. All right, the scripture says that it's better to die by the sword than to be hungry, man. All right, that's a slow death. So that's a time when people are gonna be mourning. They're gonna be mourning for what? Food. They're gonna be seeking help, but no help is gonna be there with them, man. Why? Because they didn't come and worship and repent to Yahweh Shemiah Shah. They didn't want to take heed to this word, man. They didn't want to take the opportunity, all right, while we're in the grace period, to take advantage of that, man, and to repent, man. All right, instead they wanted to be niggas, man, and could be conformed with this world. So that's what's going to be great mornings. All right, go ahead.
It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
It's going to be great beginning of famine. We see that right now. We're in a time of the beginning of famine. All right, first it's going to be a famine of food. Right now is what? Inflation. When you go to your grocery store, right now eggs used to be $3.50. Now it's $8. And I was actually going through this article, this video.
Wow.
I was breaking down to one of my coworkers.
You pushing the garbage, right? Watch that for 1 second.
So what's going to be happening? All chaos. People breaking into people's homes. People breaking into stores. We see that already in the pandemic. All right? The beginning of famine. All right? And it's going to be a famine of hearing the word of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. All right? Go ahead.
It says the beginning of famine and great death.
Hey, say it one more time, Salah.
It says the beginning of famine and great death.
And great death, man. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies lying here in America, man. As Isaiah the 34th chapter goes into, man. All right? There's going to be a lot of dead bodies, man. All right? Due to lack of resources, man. Due to the martial law putting these people to death as well. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies lying here in America, man. Go ahead.
It says the beginning of wars.
The beginning of wars. World War III. All right? Which is prophecy. That's prophecy in the Bible, man. All right? Russia going against America. All these other UN nations going against America because the scriptures speak about the beast hateth the whore. All right? And we know that through prophecy that Russia is going to send 200 million missiles to hit here in America, man. All right? Go ahead.
And the powers shall stand in fear.
Right. All right.
To the beginning of this. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right. So he's asking, what should I do when these evils shall come? All right, because the scriptures speak about Jacob's trouble. It says nothing's compared to that time, man. Why you can get that real? Because it was real chaos, man. That the prophet Ezra was visualizing, man. All right, he wasn't seeing no flowers. He wasn't seeing no ordinary vision, man. He's seeing real chaos happening in his vision, man.
To add on what you're saying, it's a lot of shit going on right now that we can see the times that Ezra saw and the other prophets saw in the ancient times. We can see it coming to pass now, because look at the eggs. The egg price going up $22, $11, $8. That shit was cheap as hell. Now you can't find a chicken. The meat prices going up. You can't. Some stores, some shelves are empty. The last pandemic they had a run on toilet tissue.
Right.
Where niggas is simple, but if that shit happens again, people gonna lose their fucking lives, man, behind that shit. So we see that chaos building up, and we can see it in the people, going on the train, driving your car, they swiping you, cutting you off. They don't want to get up for you. They don't want to move for you, get inside the train car. So that anger and hatred is developing in the people, man.
And to add on too, right now, like I said, when you look at the economy, all right, with inflation, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, man.
Yeah.
Coming by June, man. And in this time, not like the pandemic, people was going to unemployment.
Right.
You're not going to be They're already paid. They're not in certain states. They're already not paying their city workers to collect, their garbage and things of that nature, man. All right, so it's gonna be only worse and worse, man. All right,
Real quick, because your brother's going into that. Amazon. It's a quick article. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna read the title. It says Amazon basically set to begin new round of layoffs affecting over 18,000 people. And this is 3 days ago. And this is start with the Fortune 500. But if you know anything, you know that it starts there and then it trickles down. So what does that mean for the common folk, basically? You're $20 or $30 an hour worker, you're $50,000 to $80,000 worker. You might be a head something at whatever. Whole Foods, a freaking trucking company, whatever the case may be. It's all going to trickle down because if they hire athletes, then it's going to go down. Then ultimately, the gig workers, because now people ain't ordering food no more, so you ain't making no money there. You know what I mean? The grinding shall cease, man. It's not gonna be no more bread. It's not gonna be no more money. So that bag chasing is over.
that's right, bro.
And it's a recipe, real quick. It's a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? Because they know that we're gonna hit them in their pockets. Then we're gonna hit them with the food. So now you broke and you hungry. Then for the ones that got that juice in them, when we throw the towers on, niggas is gonna geek. It's gonna be an all out. It's gonna be chaotic, man. It's a recipe. This is fucking gonna be wild, man.
That's right.
The second Edges 6 and 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Right, the storehouse is going to be found empty suddenly. It says suddenly. I want you to keep that in mind. It says suddenly the storehouses shall be empty, man. So you can wake up tomorrow or by next week, and there'll be no more food in the grocery stores, man. Why? Because it's going to be truckers is not going to be transporting no more. The ships is going to be closed. The docks is going to be closed. So there's no more importing and exporting. And right now we don't live in a time of farming. All right, we can't grow our own crops. All right, so we rely on that. We rely on the import and export, business, man. But that's gonna be shut, and that's gonna cause the storehouses, the grocery stores to be empty, man. Like the elder brother was doing it, and we see that already too in the pandemic. Everything was a prelude, man. It was they ran out of toilet paper. People on lines at the supermarkets. All right, and that's right there. When the storehouses are empty, what is that going to lead to? Cannibalism. All right, people slaughtering their own children. All right, there's nothing new under the sun. That happened in the scriptures, man. All right. Go ahead.
Back in 2 Edges 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right, they're sent for scourges for amendment, man, for correctment, man. For correction, man. Because before, what's that quote in the world they say? Before things get better, it gotta get worse, man. And this is all when you go into the word amendment, it means what's for correction, right?
You can look it up.
You can look it up. Amendment. Look for it says scourges for amendment. So look at the word amendment. You can read it one more time.
It's 2 Edges 16, verse 19. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
All right, now look up scourges. I think scourges is what I want. Scourges, yeah. Go to scourges. So famines is going to be sent, man, in plagues, man. All right.
Scourges. It says it's a whip used as an instrument of punishment.
Right.
It says a person or thing that causes great trouble or suffering.
Right.
A punishment.
It's a
cause
punishment.
Great suffering too.
Right. So this is a punishment, man. And look up amendment now. All right. This is all for a punishment, man. Why? Because our people went against the Most High, man. And America, ultimately, goes against the Most High, man. All right. Ultimately, Esau Edom, man, because he's the one who rules the earth. All right. So this has to happen, man, because the earth right now is ruled under wickedness, man. All right. So it's sent for punishment, man. All right. Especially America, because America is that great altar, man. It's gonna be that great sacrifice, man. All right. It's gonna be cleansed, man. With what? With fire. All right. Ultimately, Go ahead, bro.
I can't find
Let's look up amendment.
But amendment, yeah.
It says minor change. Let me see. Go into entomology. You can read it one more time, brother.
This is Second Edges 16, verse 19. Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right, so they're sent for scourges for
Gotcha.
amendment. Go ahead.
And
bro.
when you go to etymology, it says correction, reformation, betterment, improvement.
Right, that's what it's exactly what I
Advancement,
wanted.
improvement, yeah.
Yep, so they're sent for punishment for correction, man. Why? Because this place that we live in, this world that we live in, is out of order, man. All right? So the Most High has to do these things, man, so our people will actually understand the true powers of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right? Because everyone doesn't fear the Lord, man. You know? That's the reason why our people just blatantly just go on. You know? Because they don't have that fear. So the Lord has to show you the terrors of his power, man. You know? To make correction, man.
So to add on, it says improvement. And then to improve this wicked world, this shit got to be done away with, right? This shit got to happen ultimately to improve. It's for the better, right? That's a betterment. That's crazy. That's better.
You know? And the scriptures say that when the righteous are in rule, you know, the people rejoice, man.
Right.
When the wicked rule, roughly paraphrasing, the people mourn, man. And the people are mourning right now, man. You know, the trees are mourning, you know. This place has to be corrected, man. And it's only going to be corrected when Yahweh sends his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah, all right, with the angels to purify this place with fire, man. You know? So go ahead, bro.
Verse 20. But for those things, before all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Right. So they're not even going to turn from their wickedness when these things are going to happen, man. You know, what does that remind you of? Egypt. You know, the Most High showed you the chariots, man. You know, the Most High delivered you from the hands of Pharaoh, man. You know, what are our people doing in the wilderness, man? Setting up idols, being wicked. There's nothing new under the sun, man.
Right.
You know, and this is not, our people are still not going to, they're still going to be wicked, man. That's why ultimately they got to be destroyed by fire. You know?
Yeah. All this happening even now. You see the fucking abominations, man, and you see the destruction coming. What do you see? You see wars, rumors of wars. All right. Now you see a lot of suicidal, murder, homicide, murders, man. Right? And all this, everybody's saying, "Oh my goodness, it's true the last days." But then again, right with the Lord, man. So in their spirit, they don't believe it's the last days. Because they can't see past America. All right? So they're ignorant towards the Lord coming back, man. The Lord is judging you, and you can't see it. You know? And that's some of the world and the 2/3 you so-called Negroes, Latino Native Americans in the world. A lot of you guys are going to be put to death. You got it?
This is Isaiah verse 1. It's like this is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, why should you think anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint from the ear. And you know, and that's our people, because you know they said that the brother Rand said they ain't gonna learn from their scourges, you know. It's just like Jake, you know, you go to jail, Jake will go to jail and come home and go to jail again, do the same shit. They'll never learn. That's why the Lord gotta do it the way he's doing it, man. Because ultimately, if he gave us another chance, we would do the same shit. You know?
Yeah, they will do it.
In the time of Judges, man. When you read Judges, the 2nd chapter, matter of fact, get that real quick. Go to Judges 2. You know, because that happened already in ancient times, man. And when the times when Israel was going against, you know, the Canaanites, man, and the Hamites. You know, who are the Hamites? You know? The 2nd chapter. You know, they just kept, getting worse and worse. Judges 2. Since he did that, you can get on 2 Peter.
2 Peter 3, which one?
This is the last day.
2 Peter 3 and 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust.
Right, so in the last days, right, which we're living in, because we entered the last days after Yahweh Shah was crucified, all right, but we're living in the last days of the last days. So in the last days, they shall be scoffers. What's the definition of a scoffer? Someone who comes against, the truth, man. All right? Someone who basically doesn't comply, man. And that's our people, man. They're not bopping with this song, man. They're not bopping into what we're saying, man. They're actually coming against us, man. All right, they're really coming against Yahweh Shem Shah, because we're just the mouthpieces of the Lord, man. All right, So in the last days, there shall be scoffers. All those other philosophies, like the Hermetics, the people who believe in Islam, those are all scoffers, man. People who believe in this world manifestation. You're really a scoffer, man. If you're not, if you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shah, you're a scoffer, man. And we're living in those days, man. We see it every day. People scoffing on the brothers' videos. People come up here and scoff, all right? But sooner or later, man, you're going to know a prophet was amongst you, man. When you see all these prophecies happen. Go ahead, keep going.
It says, verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Right, that's what they're saying. This is what the people are saying. Where's the promise of his coming? What? You believe that? Yeah, you believe that a man is going to crack the sky and you're going to see 1,000 angels? Huh? You actually believe that it's going to rain fire from the heavens? That's what they're saying in their minds, man. Oh man, yeah, that's a big conspiracy theory, man. Or like even when Brother Polite, through the spirit, when you asked the apostles, he was like, so you actually believe the whale swallowed the man, and the man was, you know what I'm saying? The lack of faith, just in general. That's what they're saying, though. The promise of his coming. You actually believe that a man's gonna crack the clouds?
Ultimately, Jake don't believe that the Lord is coming back. Right. Don't believe Yahweh Shah is coming back, and that's ultimately why they're gonna be destroyed, because they lack faith in the Savior, which is Yahweh Shah, who is to come back, who came to die for the sins of the nation of Israel and return us back to the Most High.
That's right.
And Jake, they don't have faith in the Lord. They don't believe on it. That's why in these last days they're gonna be what? Destroyed. Because they don't believe in Yahweh Shah. Okay?
That's right.
They weren't reversed.
I said the scripture say, hey, the faithful shall die.
Stick the money in the corner of your eye every day.
The faithful shall, so the unfaithful shall die. And the unfaithful, like the brother said. So that's what it's about. Cause what we out here, we're teaching, but we're out here to teach our people to believe on the Savior, man, Yahweh Shah, right? Okay, which the Most High sent to die for us, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Right? So we can what? Receive salvation. But it's through him. The Son. Fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
Right, and that's what they say, man. Them old heads always say that, man. The Hebrew Israelites been saying that the world was going to end, man. We thought the world was going to end back in 2001. We thought they've been saying that, man. They've been saying that, the world is going to be destroyed. Yeah. That's what they say in their hearts, man. Go ahead.
So how long did Noah prophesy?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like 120 years or something like that, right? Before it actually happened. And it was the same thing, to the same effect. He's talking about rain, when it never happened. And we're talking about missiles flying out, raining out the sky. And it didn't happen yet, but it is gonna happen. So it's the same thing. And the ones that get it, and the ones that don't.
Right. Even the Most High, hey man, the Most High is so bad, man. Because he even destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah through fire. And now, if you actually go into the, Esau, he does a great search. When you actually go into the city of where Sodom and Gomorrah was at, you still see the pillar of salt. That was Lot's wife. But people still not gonna believe that as well. So you know what I'm saying? That just, you know, you have to be blessed with the gift of faith.
Right.
You know, to even receive it. You know?
It says, for this, they willingly are ignorant of.
Right. What does the word ignorant mean? To lack knowledge. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because that's what the word ignorant means. It means to lack knowledge. And not lack knowledge of the world. All right, because the wisdom of this world is foolishness for the Most High. They lack the knowledge of the Holy Scriptures, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, for this they are willingly ignorant of, that by the word, it says, that by the word of the Most High, it says, that by the word of the Most High, the heaven were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
Right, that's going into Genesis, the first chapter, when Yahweh gave Yahweh Shah the blueprint, all right, and that's to create the firmament, man. All right, that's what it's talking about. When it's the waters outside the waters, that's talking about the firmament.
Yeah, because outer space is known as waters.
Yep.
It's different gases.
It says, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished.
Right, and how that's talking about the flood, man. You know? Like, you know, the brother beautifully said earlier, man, you know, Noah was out there prophesying for 120 years.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Telling the people to get right. Building his ark, you know? And it never rained from the heavens before, man. You know? So they didn't have that belief. You know, in that time, they were drinking, they were marrying, they were having the time of their life. They was living in mirth.
Yeah.
All right? And then what happened? Suddenly, we started feeling them raindrops. That's when, you know what I'm saying? And then Noah entered into the ark, man. You know? That was, all right, Khan, you know the point is, man, hey, get right with the Most High, man. Get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, and repent. All right? And take an opportunity while it's being presented, man. All right? And with that, Lord, when it was edifying, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakwadash.